All right, if it goes wrong, it goes really wrong. Let me tell you a true story. A few years back, I had a little gallery, and for one of my exhibitions, I had asked Ana Lopez from Texas to ship me work. And she does bigger sculptural work, very wonderful. Originally, the idea was that she would drive it up from Texas to Pittsburgh, where I live. But you know how things are, things change at the very last minute, and she couldn't do it. So she said, oh, no problem. I have custom boxes. I'll pack it. I'll send it with FedEx. Everything will be great, right? Sure. So that's what she does. And the truck pulls up, you know, fine sunny day. The driver goes to the back of the truck, opens the door, and I go like this. Oops. That's me. I thought I was losing my mind. What had happened? She had 5 big custom boxes in the back of that truck. They had come off of their anchoring. One box was lying in the trunk of the truck. It was open. The lid had flown off. And her work was strewn all over the bed of that truck. I almost had a heart attack, because I had seen the work only on images and it was assembled. But for shipping, she had disassembled certain parts. So I was immediately really, really concerned that I would lose, you know, pieces in the truck, that I wasn't able to find everything. I mean, I was terrified. And here I was, and I was responsible for this. It was terrible. So what do? You know, somewhere in the back of my mind, you know, the little bit of attention I had left. So I whisk out my trusty little friend, and I started to take pictures. So this shows one of the boxes, and as you may be able to see from the lid, she had these markings on the box. The lid, this was actually one of the less bad examples. The lid had somehow come loose, shifted to the side. There was rattling in the box, and that really, really made me nervous. So we open it up, and this is what I see. And I know Anna, and you know, she's really, really very good about packaging her work, but inside, I mean, it was just a mess. It was terrible. So you see, this is what I saw. So I took photos the best that I could. This is one of her pieces that attaches to the neck of one of her sculptures. You know, you see that little dent. And then the next one, what I wanted to show you was, you know, sometimes it attaches with screws, and if you see the bottom left screw, but it was really, really crooked. So, you know, I was doing the best I could under the circumstances. I was not prepared for this at all. And then the other thing that came into play that I was not prepared for was that if there's one thing that these drivers, the truck drivers, FedEx, UPS, whatever it is, if there's one thing that they don't have, it's time. They don't have time. They're not equipped to handle these situations. They have a schedule. They want to move on. And, you know, they're really not on your side. They have a schedule, they need to deliver packages, and the very last thing that they want to do is interrupt what it is that they have to do so that you can take pictures and document the damage right there, but that's what you have to do. So this is me then. I thought that was kind of cute. I said, hey, wait a minute, this is not how this is going to work, right? And so you have this driver who's tapping his foot and shoving paperwork in your face, sign this. But you have to stand your ground, because if you're not a good advocate right in that moment, the artist will lose a claim to insurance coverage. So what could have been done better in retrospect? I should have been prepared. I should have been prepared for the worst. I should have had a condition report from the artist, should have requested it, but more importantly, I should have had some sort of like a checklist. You know, so when work comes in, what Leila said before, so that you really open it and go from the top down and have a way to document it. And it really helps so much to calm you down. And it is something, you know, then you have a witness, even if, you know, it's a somewhat hostile witness, I guess. But you are prepared and you can follow your checklist and write down the things that you notice. That would have been good. So be prepared to expect the worst when you receive these packages and try to be an advocate for the artist to help them. Thank you.
This concludes the presentation, If Shipping Goes Wrong, It Really Goes Wrong, by Brigitte Martin. During this presentation, Brigitte Martin mentioned the use of a condition report to document the condition of your work before shipping. For your ease and convenience, the Professional Guidelines offers a condition report which you can download at the URL at the bottom of this slide. If you ever have to make a claim for damaged work, the Professional Guidelines is here to help with a document titled Claims for Damaged Work. This artist checklist will guide you step by step to making a claim for damaged work successfully. The reality is that making a claim for damaged work takes time, so the investment in packing and shipping your work properly is worth the time invested. This is why the SNAG 2012 Professional Development Seminar dedicated 3 hours of programming to shipping. There are 7 presentations available online. The presentations include Horror Stories, Packing and Shipping Recommendations for Artists by Layla Hamden, Artist and Registrar. Insurance Considerations for Safe Shipping by Tina Pint of Jewelers Mutual. This presentation covers the issues surrounding shipping jewelry from precious metals, loose gemstones, and high-value items. Packing One-of-a-Kind Artwork for Shipping by Harriet Estelle Berman includes a step-by-step tutorial for making a custom-made shipping box. There is also a matching 4-page PDF handout in the Professional Guidelines. Shipping comparisons include shipping cost and insurance comparisons with common carriers by Loring Taoka. There are 3 different scenarios with different size boxes, different insurance values, and estimates from shipping from Seattle to Pittsburgh for a price comparison with common carriers. There is a great handout which offers you the information that you need to know for a shipping cost comparison and review of insurance coverage. Shipping Large Sculpture by Kim Cridler offers advice for shipping large sculpture and alternatives to art shippers for shipping large work. Kim Cridler also wrote a 2-page handout with information on economical shipping, thinking outside of the box, less than truckload shipping, and more unusual options than you probably ever considered before when shipping large-scale work. International Shipping Issues by Andy Cooperman discusses the many variables involved in shipping across international borders. The handout offers information about terms used in international shipping situations. Following the PowerPoint, listen to the question and answer with the audience to hear additional information about shipping to Canada. All of the PowerPoint presentations and handouts about shipping will be available on the SNAG website on the Professional Development Seminar page. In addition, PowerPoint presentations from the past 2 years with handouts from the past 7 years are also available. All of this professional development seminar information is also available on the website for Harriet Estelle Berman, along with the Professional Guidelines. These resources are available so artists and makers can learn to be better advocates for themselves and their arts community. Please feel welcome to share any of this information with your fellow artists, makers, or arts organizations. The Professional Development Seminar is sponsored by SNAG, the Society of North American Goldsmiths, and MJSA, Manufacturing Jewelers and Suppliers of America. The Professional Development Seminar takes place each year during the SNAG conference. Stay tuned to the SNAG Professional Development Seminar page for updates and information. Thank you for listening.